What is going on, everybody? Nathan King here with Auburn Undercover and 24/7 Sports. Welcome on into the post-game pod. Auburn takes down Kent State tonight, 79-56. Obviously, Auburn coming home after that huge win over Houston on the road in downtown Houston on Saturday. And Auburn got out to a really big lead in this one. They led by as many as 22 in the first half, 10-0 run out of the gates. Seemed like it was going to turn into a dunk contest here inside Neville Arena. Chaney Johnson and Chad Baker-Mazara looked like this thing was going to go maybe the way of the Vermont game when Auburn just completely trounced them and had a massive lead throughout the game. But Kent State, to their credit, did a good job of starting to come back, went into his zone defense, sort of bothered Auburn. Auburn settled for a lot of three-point shots, but they were able to bring the score a little bit closer heading into the second half. Kent State had 11 of the first 13 points of the second half, including a couple technical foul shots. Von Cameron Davis, who's one of the better players in the MAC, hit a couple three-pointers. All of a sudden, it was a 4-point game here in Neville Arena, and so Auburn was tested a little bit tonight, but obviously ends up winning the game by 23. Kind of winning going away. And it was interesting after the game. Bruce Pearl said, he really wasn't that concerned with the offensive performance. Auburn shoots 25% from beyond the arc, but he said, look, at the end of the day, a couple of more of those shots go in, and Auburn's scoring in the high 80s or 90s in this game. He thought they were really good looks. I asked Janai Broom about Kent State's zone defense and about what they were doing to kind of slow Auburn's offense down. And again, he sort of echoed the same point, saying, yeah, they did some good things. They kind of clogged the lanes a little bit with their defense, but it was more about what Auburn didn't do. Didn't make shots. They didn't do a good job of hitting some open looks. We're able to get more aggressive down the stretch. Top 9 points in the second half for Tahad Pettiford, helped Auburn start to pull away. Janai Broom had 6 points in kind of a short span there. He started calling for the ball, similar to what he did against Houston. And then Chaney Johnson, another fantastic game for him off the bench. Auburn switched up their starting lineup. Still no Chaney Johnson in that starting group, going with the double bigs again, Janai Broom and Dylan Cardwell. Denver Jones at point guard in this game. JP Geese was moved to the bench, and Miles Kelly started at the 2. But a fantastic game for Chaney Johnson. The most points for him in his Auburn career. Goes for 18 points tonight. I mentioned that three-pointer he had in the second half. Helped them to start to pull away. It was, kind of a, dicey game there, single digits, and he pushed it to 13. Auburn really didn't look back from there, but Chaney was absolutely fantastic. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 8 of 11 from the floor. Him and Janai Broom. Janai Broom was 8 of 12 from the floor. They really helped Auburn have that consistent presence there on the inside. I mentioned Todd Pettiford as well. Got off to a slow start for him in this game. He had 3 fouls in the first half. Obviously was slowing him down a little bit, but he ended up with 9 points there in the second half to help Auburn pull away. Denver Jones also contributes 12 points, and then Chad Baker-Mazara in this game as well with 12 points. So 4 scorers in double figures. Auburn does a good job of pulling away here from what Bruce Pearl described as a quality Kent State team, a team that was picked 3rd in the MAC, a team that can make a little bit of noise as a mid-major. They get a 79-56 win here on Wednesday night. Auburn is off on Thursday. Obviously, it's going to be an interesting next few days for them. They're going to be practicing a little bit this weekend because they don't have another game until Monday against UNA. And then they have an entire week off, technically, until that trip to Maui. But they will be traveling. I believe they'll be traveling out to Maui on Thursday. And so they'll enjoy the friendly confines while they can of Neville Arena, not having to travel. This is actually the only consecutive non-conference games for this team at home this season. Other than that, they're obviously traveling all over the place, playing one of the better non-conference schedules in the country. So closer game here about midway through than some people expected, but really credit to Auburn for pulling away. Winning a game by 23 when you only shot 25% from beyond the arc is obviously an impressive feat. And so Auburn takes down Kent State 79-56 tonight. My name is Nathan King. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the Postgame podcast.